The rain is coming down here in Montreal, not in California anymore, but I cannot be prevented from talking about Brandon Aiyuk's contract. The details are out. I've got it up on The Athletic. The 49ers used exactly what we had predicted they would use back in April, and that is the multi-bonus structure, a triple bonus structure for Brandon Aiyuk to spread the cap hits out over several seasons. That's from the signing bonus, $23 million, and then a pair of option bonuses. So the 49ers' willingness to spend guaranteed money on Brandon Aiyuk, that comes from Jed York, that comes from ownership, is what allowed the 49ers to execute the win-win. And yes, this was indeed a win-win. This confirms our initial theories about the contract. We talked about the 49ers being able to thread the needle with Brandon Aiyuk by committing to guaranteed money. This is not the Amon-Ra St. Brown contract. That one was $34 million fully guaranteed. This one had $45 million guaranteed. So it was well above the Amon-Ra St. Brown contract. It's a myth that it was the Amon-Ra St. Brown contract. And it also is not the Justin Jefferson contract or a top tier deal. That's $88.7 million fully guaranteed. Aiyuk's at $45 million fully guaranteed, $23 million signing bonus, and he's got a couple option bonuses. And in totality, this thing is, obviously $120 million, worth up to $120 million, but a lot of that doesn't come into the last 2 years in non-guaranteed money. Essentially 3 years, $76 million, $25.3 million per year. Remember, my initial projection for Aiyuk without funny money was $25.8 million per year. So I think both sides won. The 49ers were able to find something that fit within their cap situation. They can pay Brock Purdy in the future. And obviously Trent Williams is next. And the Brandon Aiyuk camp, he's now generationally wealthy. And he's wealthy at a tier below the very top receivers, but above somebody like Amon-Ra St. Brown in terms of the fully guaranteed money and the security. And you're the 49ers, you can get away with giving Brandon Aiyuk a deal like that with a fairly high amount of fully guaranteed money, number 6 out of all receivers, because he has been so reliably available for the 49ers over the years. Anyway, Montreal, it's awesome. It might be raining, but it has been amazing. Au Pied de Cochon. By the way, Martin Picard, the chef here, the owner here, 49ers fan, back from the Joe Montana era. I was first here about 6 years ago, and I remember talking to him about that. And everything here is foie gras. So it's the duck liver, the fat, amazing. But foie gras and then duck in a can from Au Pied de Cochon. Montreal, they say they've got better bagels than New York City. They might be right, but it's a working class bagel. You've got to put the cream cheese on yourself. This is one of those places where it's a factory. It's open 24 hours a day. And of course, poutine, the comfort food for a place that sees a lot of cold weather. So they have to eat to warm themselves up. They say it's a city of gluttony. Well, some of this food was ridiculously gluttonous, including this steak Benedict. We had a good time in Montreal. Speaking of food, Chuck's Flavor Train, who's one of the best food follows on social media. As a 49ers fan, he hosted a lot of the Niners yesterday. Actually, he cooked for a lot of the Niners. Hosting San Francisco, and the team was Brock Purdy. And the best comment is that building in the background, somebody asked that treehouse is where Brock is living on his current contract, because that contract is not as big as Brandon Aiyuk's. But shout out to Chuck's Flavor Train, ties in with the food really well. And when we talk about Brandon Aiyuk's contract, we're here in Montreal, and Margot saw a ladybug on my shirt right in the Montreal Metro. There it is, the ladybug. Brandon Aiyuk contract, Brock Purdy hosting his teammates, living in the treehouse. We'll talk to you guys soon.